All right. So, it's been a long year. All things considered. Hey X, hey Matt. I God, I really need to get rid of that cult totem thing. But I have to open up oh, I should just have this down. I'm not actually using it, but maybe that'd be fun. Since you can't see my mic on screen. Make it sound like these headphones, this headset's mic is way better than it actually is. It's been a long year. It's been a very, very long year. And I've played a lot of video games. Maybe not a lot. I've got a pretty decent list here. So the way this is going to work is we obviously have our top 10 here. Game of the year 2022. Why can't I grab that? Oh, right, I locked it all. Perfect. So I can't accidentally move it. Good for me. I got the top 10 here. I have more than 10 games on this list. However, the way this is going to work, this isn't just games that have come out this year, because I don't think I've actually played enough games that have come out this year to really even warrant that much. Maybe I have, but I doubt I've played 10 games that have come out in 2022. So this is legitimately a list of every single game I've touched this year. So much so that a game I just touched last night is here. That said, the top 10 cannot be either one, a game I've played before and beaten in a previous year, so I can't just keep putting my favorite games on the list every year, and two, I have to have actually beat the game. Or if it's not a game that can be beaten, I have to have played it enough to get a sense of it being worthy of this. Specifically because I think the ending of a game can really lower it, or make it higher or lower on the sense of how good it is. So let me first readjust where this camera is, because I feel like it's way too close. That's better. All right. So with that out of the way, the way this is going to work, I have pictures of each game. I'm going to bring them on screen, discuss that game, kill you in your sinuses. Yes, I'm so sorry, Matt. I'm so sorry. I should turn my lights on. I forgot about those. That is way too bright. Eventually I'll get a better camera. If it's worthy, it'll stay on I'll keep it in the thing. If not, I will delete it. We'll just move them on and off screen until we are through all of them, and then we'll kind of start discussing where they go on this scale. So let's begin. Our first game from this year was Inscryption. I had literally just finished the game as the first, in the first couple weeks of this year. This game is absolutely incredible. The card game aspect of it is so well thought out and so fun. The story, the ARG, everything about it just screams creativity, just a general sense of wanting to go back to it. Every now and then I think, I should play through that game again, but it's not quite the same the second time through, once you kind of learn all the secrets, it doesn't have the same appeal, so it doesn't really have the huge replay value aside from the modded infinity mode. That's something you could go back to, but the overall part of it, the other thing that was difficult about it was there's a couple different systems. You have the blood, you have the bones, the tech stuff, you have the gems, and the gem stuff I just never really got into. That stuff just didn't really appeal to me too much, so I kind of didn't do anything with that. And honestly, going back and trying to make another deck out of cards with the gems just doesn't really do it for me. But that said, Inscryption, incredible game, absolutely is on the running for Game of the Year. Next game on the list Outer Wilds. I had technically replayed this so Callie could experience it. I would do it again and again and again. If you haven't, I highly suggest going and checking out James Plays Games, doing his Let's Play of this. He's into the DLC now, which should probably be coming up pretty soon now that he's done Little Hope. Fantastic game. It's unfortunately one of those ones where I can't really talk about it, because everything I want to talk about is spoilers. If you think you might be interested in a space exploration, flight sim, mystery, archaeological puzzle game, this is for you. 100%. I think everyone should give this game a try. If it doesn't click with you within like a few hours, then it's maybe not going to be for you. But it is a fantastic story, fantastic world, many worlds. Everyone, every now and then you see like online, people being like, if you could wipe your memory clean of a single game and play through it again for the first time, what would you pick? And for me, it is always and will always be Outer Wilds. That said, I replayed this game this year for someone. I have played through it before, so it is unfortunately not up for top 10. It is my favorite game.
Hello there.
Speaking of James Plays Games, here he is. I need my Stream Deck to be working to do this. How are you doing, James? Thank you for the 100 biddies. Yeah, that is in fact you. Oh, good. Those all broke. You're a little late. But not too late. We've only talked about 2 games, one of which being Outer Wilds, which can't be in the running. The other game was Inscryption. All right. Next game. Pokemon Shining Pearl. I did a Nuzlocke of Shiny Pearl. I hated it so much. I did not enjoy my experience in this game. The balancing is all off. If I wasn't doing a Nuzlocke and was just sticking with the same Pokemon and didn't have to worry about like if they like fainted, I would have blown through the game no problem. 100% would have just aced it. Which makes you maybe think, oh, then the Nuzlocke should work really well. But it doesn't, because all the Pokemon and trainers are really low level, and then the gym leaders are really high level, which kind of makes your grinding impossible. Which is if you're not playing on an emulator or modded console, and you can't just get yourself a bunch of rare candies, it makes the grinding just unbearable. I didn't find any part of it challenging. The majority of the time when I lost a Pokemon, it was just because of a stupid mistake. So, and then I got to the end and I was like, that happened, I guess. I didn't really enjoy it. That said, it technically is still up for debate on top 10. It could be number 10. Here's where we go through a couple of fun things. Nancy Drew and the Captive Curse. For anyone who doesn't know, I've been slowly playing through every single Nancy Drew game. What happens if I minimize this? Okay, it stays up. Good. If you don't know, there are 33 Nancy Drew video games. I have played through 11, so I am 1/3 of the way through the entire series. And I have been keeping track of what I think is the best Nancy Drew game to the worst Nancy Drew game. The worst one is not on this list. I played that a couple years ago. But neither is the best one, of my opinion so far. Nancy Drew the Captive Curse. Incredible puzzle game. Actually is interesting because it was made Was it right after or like a couple after? It is the direct sequel to what I think is the worst Nancy Drew game yet. And it is basically the exact same plot, same idea, but done infinitely better. And thus, like, Captive Curse is a fantastic game. If you're going to play a Nancy Drew game, I highly suggest Captive Curse. The story is fun, the mystery is fun. I wasn't even really sure like who the monster was until like the very last moment. There was a couple movement things in some underground dungeons that was a little rough, but the puzzle's fantastic. And actually within it they made their own card game system, like Inscription, within the game, and it was just so much fun to play it. I think it was only mandatory one time, but you could go back to as many times as you want. And the fact that they took the time to build a functioning two-player card game is just incredible. So Nancy Drew and the Captive Curse, absolutely on the list. Follow that up immediately. Nancy Drew Danger on Deception Island. This one is mid. Was it mid? Let me double check. Lower mid. The puzzles in it, some of them are good, some of them are not so good at all. The story is okay. The audio balancing in it is abysmal. And trying to move around on the bay was a nightmare. But still Nancy Drew. Still technically a lot of fun. I liked getting Nancy killed a lot. A lot of back and forth on this one and trying to figure out what to do. I wouldn't suggest this one be your first Nancy Drew game at all. Captive Curse could be your first Nancy Drew game. Followed up last Nancy Drew for a while here. Nancy Drew, Legend of the Crystal Skull. This one is pretty good. This is high mid. This one is probably the smallest on story. There's not a lot of story in this one. Not many characters in it. Mystery of the Skull is pretty good. The conclusion is really funny. This one is chock full of puzzles. If you want a puzzle game that is just a lot of puzzles, this one is for you. There's puzzle in this one. And I think I only needed to look up the solution for one of the puzzles. Yeah, a lot of fun puns in this one too. This one's a pretty good one. If you're looking for a game that is just cheap, because the Nancy Drew games are only like, unless they're the newer ones, they're only like $10. So if you want like a game that is pretty cheap with a fair amount of puzzles, this one is definitely for you. My play time on this one, let me double check here. I have a lot of Nancy Drew games on my profile now. LMNN, there we go. Crystal Skull. This one took me 7.5 hours ish. Not the longest one, not the shortest one. Gosh, Shadows of Water's Edge was 12 hours long. That was oh, definitely not the shortest one. Shortest one is only 4 hours I've played. If you want puzzles, they're here. There's so many of them. And that's on the list, obviously. Okay. Now we're going into an interesting thing. We have Project Sekai, a mobile game, a Hatsune Miku mobile game. It is a gacha. It is free unless you want to pay for things, like many gachas do. This didn't capture me for very long. I love rhythm games. Something about playing rhythm games on the phone though, unless there's specific ones, they try to do too much and it kind of hurts to play them. This one I feel like you kind of would want a tablet to be able to like play like a keyboard. Doing it on the phone, you're like doing it like widthwise like this, and you can really only use your thumbs well, and it's just it hurts to play. I also didn't play it for very long because I kind of fell off it very quickly. There's a VR mode where you can watch live performances, which is pretty cool actually. But overall, because I didn't play through, the story didn't capture me that much. This one, unfortunately, not on the list. Animal Crossing New Horizons. I can't remember why, but I decided to restart my save file this year, and I played it once early in the year and then never touched it again. I think Animal Crossing New Horizons is the best Animal Crossing there's been. The customization is incredible. The world is fun. I think still the villagers kind of don't have a lot of personality to them. But being able to like go to other people's islands, making your own games and everything, it's a very streamlined experience that the previous iterations haven't had. And I think it is kind of a must-have on the Switch. So yeah, it's a fantastic game. Best Animal Crossing there's been yet. I'm excited to see where they kind of go with the world next. I kind of hope they continue the building aspect. Oh, I remember why I played. I started over and I could do the Happy Home Academy stuff where you make your own homes for other people, and that's fun. That's cool. It is a fun game, but I did technically play through it to completion a previous year, so it is not on the list. Zero Time Dilemma. Unfortunately, can't talk much about this without spoilers. The finale to a trilogy for the Zero Escape series. And fun fact here, the name Zero Time Dilemma is an anagram. So if you want to figure out what that actually is supposed to say, have fun with that. A lot of people didn't like Zero Time Dilemma, and I do think it is maybe the third favorite of the trilogy, but that's still not bad. The major downfall to this game is that the story doesn't really conclude in a satisfactory way, because it doesn't really conclude. But the story within the game itself is incredible. It is available on both 3DS and Steam. Just get it on Steam. The 3DS version doesn't really do anything different. It's complicated. Play through the entire games, the Nonary games. While I do think 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors should be played on the DS, as it should be, because it is plot relevant that it's on the DS. Get the Nonary games on Steam, play through it. They added the voice acting, they redid the art, they changed the final puzzle for some dumb reason, I'm sure, but the experience itself is really good. And then Virtue's Last Reward is the best of the trilogy. It's all good. Zero Escape series entirely fantastic. I love them. That said, I was replaying this game this year for someone, and I have completed it before, so it is not on the list. Baba Is You. I've kind of abandoned playing Baba Is You. Because it got to the point where a lot of the puzzles are too hard for me. My brain can't really wrap around what it needs me to do, but I think the game itself is beautifully made. The idea of it is fantastic, the simplicity of it, and how they take something that is so simple and make it so complicated is incredible. Just one second, I need some lotion. Baba is pissed off, Baba is neglected. It is neglected. I don't think I'm ever actually going to go back and finish, because I just don't think I can do the last set of levels. I'm still far away from the end. I got about maybe a third to a half of the way through the game, and then it just kind of ramped up in difficulty and got too hard for me. I haven't completed it, but this is one of the situations where I think I've played enough of the game to understand whether or not it would be on my top 10. So I am going to keep it. Kind of hesitated on that. No, I'm going to get rid of it. If I can't even feel like I'm going to go back to the game, then I don't think it can be on the top 10. Pokemon Legends Arceus. An absolute fantastic Pokemon game. Breaking up the classic style, but still keeping true to it. It's not like the other side games like the Rangers or Mystery Dungeons, where it's like a completely different style. It is still very much Pokemon, but flipped on its head in a fantastic way. The story of this game is very compelling, considering it is technically the same kind of thing as Shining Pearl. It's the same technical world, same kind of characters, just incredibly better, absolutely better. I didn't go and do the post-game stuff. I do know what happens in it. It's most like I mostly need to do a lot of collecting and a lot of Pokemon grinding and stuff, and I'm not really into that. So I'm not going to go and actually face Arceus. But the time I had with it for the stream and everything, like, it is fun. Just being able to like capture Pokemon whenever is so good. The battle system was kind of toned down a bit in this case, but that was kind of necessary. I think if they expanded on the Pokemon Legends world, I think that would be so good and so much fun, and I hope they do end up doing that. One of my favorite times in a Pokemon game. Now then, Final Fantasy 15. This game is great. Absolutely great. Incredible story. It is the first Final Fantasy I've been able to play through to the end. That said, the base game itself is lacking. You need the DLCs. And that's not just you just gotta play them. It's like they kind of change a lot of the story. Not change. It gives a better perspective on Gladio for his. Gives a better perspective on what happened to Pronto in his stuff, and the villain stuff, and the ending is changed entirely in another one, and it's just like, that's such a way better ending. But I was actually crying at the end of this game. It is incredible. It is so fun to play. I got lost in it. I was just wanting to do every side quest because I just wanted to hear more of the characters, and I just liked getting to drive around. The other ending is fantastic, Matt. You have to. You have to. I prefer that to the canon ending. Yeah. So, Final Fantasy 15, incredible. I am a little sad that we didn't. Final Fantasy 15 had started off from a different game, which we're now kind of getting that plot into Kingdom Hearts, which is kind of funny. So, yeah. Just incredible. Fun game. I don't think I'd ever go back to it just because it is so big. But it's one you can just kind of lose yourself in. Just go on a road trip with the boys. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. On this one's on here obviously because we had a lot of DLCs come out this year suddenly. We've been playing every time they come out. I think we've gone through 3 waves of DLCs now. A lot of fun to play. It's probably my favorite Mario Kart. I do kind of wish they'd kind of give a new Mario Kart soon. But I understand the fact that they're technically giving us an entire new Mario Kart amount of tracks for free with the DLCs is really good. Never have a bad time playing this game. That said, I technically played it through when it first came out on Switch, and again on this, or when it first came out on the Wii U, and then again when it came out on Switch, and we're just doing the DLCs this year, so it can't really be Game of the Year. And I've only played it the few times we streamed it. City Skylines, probably the best SimCity builder that there's out there. The amount of customization is fantastic. The amount of DLCs that keep coming out is fantastic. I wish I could afford all of them. I just can really lose myself in this game so much. How many hours do I have on City Skylines? Probably not as many as it feels. 150 hours. That's not terrible. Can I search by hours played? Doesn't look like I can search by hours played. That's fine. 150 hours in this game over the course of many years. I last played it in July, right the day before my birthday. Yeah, I definitely get City Skylines if you want a good city builder experience. That said, I've played so much of this in the previous years, didn't touch on it as much as I wanted to this year. I don't think it can be in the running, but it's just so relaxing to go in and just build your grids, build up your city, and try and figure out the problems that come thereof. Couldn't get a really better picture for this. Dragon Age Inquisition. I had tried to play this a number of times and kept falling off immediately. But I was finally able to play through the entire thing this year, including the DLC, which again, that is needed. Because the main game doesn't really end in a satisfactory way. I got to the ending and I'm like, oh, that's it. Huh. Okay. That kind of sucked. But then I played the DLC and I was like, oh, okay, this was really good. Very, very nice ending. This is another one where you can just kind of get lost in the world and just run around, and I did so many side quests. Enough so that Mel watching was, enough so that while Mel was watching, she was just kind of like, Michael, please go do the story. Same with Final Fantasy 15, we're doing that. Dragon Age Inquisition. The fun thing about Dragon Age Inquisition is you don't even really need to play the other ones to get into it. It kind of keeps itself very self-contained. They do mention the hero Ferelden, and Hawk from 2 comes in the game part way. But you don't really need to have known those stories to kind of get into this one. So really good, really good story, great characters, loved all of them, loved building up and making the Inquisition what I wanted it to be. Absolutely in the running. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Man, what a good Kirby game. Except for the mouthful stuff. That stuff freaked me out. Those are very creepy. But like the entire time playing this game, you can't help but have fun. There isn't anything about it that's like unfun. Nothing felt unfair. I even got through and did all those secret bosses. I don't really enjoy Kirby games that much. I keep trying, but I never get into them. I 100%ed Crystal Shards as a kid. I loved Kirby Air Ride, but aside from that, I kind of never played a lot of the Kirby games, and every time I did, I never got very far. So this is the first time in a long time that I've actually played through the game entirely, which I think says a lot about the game itself. Kirby's a fantastic character. The copy ability system in this game is fun. The upgrading is fun. The level design is just fantastic. Nothing felt too hard. Nothing felt too easy overall. Definitely a must-have on the Switch at this point. Here we go. We Were Here. James knows a lot about this game, doesn't he? The We Were Here series is a really good puzzle game series where you are trash it. Awful game. It's a very good puzzle series where it's just you and one other person separated and needing to complete puzzles together by communicating via walkie-talkie or a Discord call. I would love to see someone actually play this through the walkie-talkie system, but I think that would be awful. That said, I can't really talk about much about the puzzles in this one because spoilers on puzzles. Not a lot of story in this one. Good puzzles, fun time. It, as long as you don't struggle too much, you can get a night out of it. But this one is free, so that's good. Get into it for free. That said, this game is only on this list this year because James and I switched positions. James and I switched roles on stream to get the other side, which was interesting. I did remember a lot of the game, so you know, it wasn't too difficult. But it is because we did finish this in a previous year, it's not on the list. If you do use the walkie-talkies, you have to say over or start the whole game over. Oh geez, that sucks. I would never do that. We were here too. Fantastic naming convention here. Continuing off that one, there's another set of people trapped in a castle trying to get out through puzzles. We were here too. Builds off of the first game in a fantastic way. You start to get to see the makings of the storyline. You're not quite there yet. You're just kind of getting little hints here and there. But you can kind of start seeing what's going on. We played through this one a lot. And again, we only ended up playing this one because we needed to change roles to get the achievements. So, unfortunately, not on the list. Now here's where I'm gonna need James's help. James, for We Were Here Together, did we finish this game this year? Or was this one we finished last year? I feel like we finished this one in 2021. I guess I can check out your YouTube to find out. Scrolling, we were here forever. We finished it last year? Okay, so it can't be on the list for this year, unfortunately. We Were Here Together is probably the second best out of the 4 games. The togetherness aspect of it, where you then are together, you split up, you're together, you split up. Very well done. Here's where you're actually starting to see the story come together as well. So you're actually understanding what's happening plot-wise. The finale is fantastic. All in all, incredible game. 100% loved it. Minus one puzzle. I know what a circle is. We Were Here Forever. I can't really talk much about this game because the Let's Play isn't done. But I think it's the best of the 4. It is the best of the 4. It is satisfying to play. A little buggy for one aspect of it. There's only one part of this game I don't like, and it is underwater. And I can't talk about much of the other stuff because people here need to watch the Let's Play. But it is very good. It is fantastic. The world comes together in an incredible way. The plot finally comes to a head. And whether or not it concludes, you're going to have to wait and find out. However, it is in the running for 2022. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Secretly, Stanley Parable 2. I don't think that's a spoiler. Technically a sequel, in a way. It is both the original and the sequel mashed together in a way. There's only 3 videos left? Really? Did we get through the rest of the game that fast? Were we stuck that much on the first area of the split? Or is that just 3 more videos you have to edit? Either way. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, incredible writing, made me feel feelings, and I don't like feeling feelings when I'm playing my games. I just want to play the games, but this one made me feel feelings. I mean, a lot of the games on this list made me... A lot of the games on this list have made me feel feelings. Can't really call this game a puzzle game. It kind of is, but it isn't in a way. It's kind of interesting because you need to do things in it, but you're mostly experiencing it. Fantastic writing, incredible humor. Kind of came full circle for the developers in this one. And it's one you just kind of keep on playing. In a way, it's kind of a roguelike, kind of, not really, but yeah. Had a lot of fun with this, and it is absolutely in the running for a top 10. Which brings us immediately into high entropy challenges. This was an interesting game. I needed a lot of help with this one. I think the idea of it is fantastic. My head didn't really like some of the puzzles. I think if they build on this and build a more full, complete game, I think it could be really good. I did play it through to completion. I got both endings with much help. I think a lot of it is you kind of need to think a lot of really esoterically. Solutions aren't as straightforward because they kind of work in a way where you could do a bunch of different things, and it is free. It is a free game, which does give it a lot of merit. I don't think it's terrible. It wasn't really for me, but it can stay to be on this top 10 list. Pokemon Snap. New Pokemon Snap. If you didn't know, I absolutely love Pokemon Snap. I have it on the N64 still. It still works. I did a Let's Play of Pokemon Snap many years ago. It's a very good Let's Play. You should check it out. It's not on this channel, though. I kind of fell off partway through this game because I kind of felt like I got stuck. But then when I did come back to it, I was able to power through and get to the very end. The world's fantastic. The story is good. I wish there was a little more voice acting in it than there was. The return of Todd was so good. I love that so much. And it's just fun to just jump in and take photos of Pokemon, some low stakes. But then they kind of added a little more of a gaminess aspect to it by having the different star levels of of the pictures and having to go through and try and get the highest version of certain Pokemon. It was really good. Lackluster ending, I think, in a way. Getting to it was really good, but the very, very ending was a little meh, unfortunate, but it happens. I think that degrades from it too much. It is weird that there's 2 water sections. There's actually 3 water levels, which is kind of a lot, really. But it's good. Everyone should have this one. If you like Pokemon, you'll like this game. Knockout City. I love this game. I haven't played a lot of it because I feel like I need people to play it with me. In a similar way that I kind of needed people for Dead by Daylight, I need people for this one. I love Dodgeball. I've always loved Dodgeball. And to have a Dodgeball video game is just a lot of fun. Fun to control. It feels satisfying. The grabs, the throws, the jumps, the dodges, the ducks, the dives, the abilities, the maps, they're all really good. But I just kind of need someone to play it with me. And because of that, I haven't played a lot of it, so I can't really put it on this list, unfortunately. Yeah. And with that, I think I have quickly realized I have forgotten a game on my list. I have indeed. Let me quickly grab a picture for it. I knew this was going to happen. I tried to keep track of everything over the year, and it can be hard, you know. So I'm just going to pull this over here quick. Gundam Evolution. We have to double check another thing. Gundam Evolution is a fantastic first-person Gundam shooter. It is much like Overwatch, but not made by Blizzard. I think it is a fantastic game. It is free. It is free to play, which obviously gives it a lot of merit as well. Okay, yeah, that technically gets on the list as well. I would love to get into this more. Again, I need more people to play it with, though, because, like, you really need to communicate well in this game, and people just don't communicate online. I love Gundam. I love it a lot. I haven't watched a ton of different Gundam series, but it's a fun world to get into. I love mechs in general. My favorite anime is Eureka 7. Yeah, so everyone should play this. Someone play this with me. Enough people should play this with me to get a full team going. But it can't be on the list because I haven't played a lot of it. This should have been on there much further ago, so I'm just going to quickly jump in and pull this one in as well. Come on. There we go. Ooh, I hope that actually works. That's a link. It did not. Oh well, what I was going to add was Halo Infinite. I technically played it in January, so it is on the list of games I played this year. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Stupid habit. The multiplayer is free. It's a lot of fun to play, but I didn't play enough of it to put it on the list, so... Ultra Despair Girls. I love Danganronpa. I've been trying to play this with Callie. We only got through chapter 1 though, so unfortunately it can't really be in our main list. But the Danganronpa series is near and dear to my heart. I love Spike Chunsoft games, as we previously saw with Zero Time Dilemma, and we'll see it in a little bit. But yeah, haven't been able to finish this game yet, so I can't really include it on the list, sadly. Behind the Frame. Talk about games that made me feel feelings. This made me feel the big feelings. This is an incredible story. So much heart and emotion put into just painting and the puzzles within this game. I did it one night, and it stuck with me for a very long time, and every now and then I still think about this game and what it says to me. Just a very heartbreaking thing. I don't really want to get into it because I think the story itself kind of needs to be experienced more than anything. But it made me remember that everything you do kind of ties into the world around you in a way you don't really expect. Another game that made me feel the big feelings is Spiritfarer. I knew I was going to love this game ever since I first saw the trailer for it, and I was right. I love this game so much. It is bigger than even I experienced. Being able to learn to let go of the ones you've lost, Oh, and I just noticed in the sky as a tool. Oh, some of your friends are in there. Oh my god, that is incredible. Oh, what beautiful art. And yeah, the art in this game is fantastic. Oh no, now I gotta push us back in. I gotta stop doing that. There we go. Yeah, if you want a time to cry, I don't even know really what to place this as. It's kind of a life sim kind of thing, resource management game, I guess. And boat maker, you build your boat. Fantastic game, incredible story. Didn't overstay its welcome, but you can lose yourself in it. However much time you spend in this game is kind of dictated on what you do in it. It is absolutely in the running. BeatStars. As I said, I love rhythm games. This was another rhythm game that I played on my phone. The big thing about Project Sekai that I didn't like was you played the game this way. BeatStars, you play the game this way, and oh my god, that is so much better. You don't hurt trying to play this game. However, after you get to a certain level, that level being 7, every mistake you make immediately stops the song, and you have to pay in-game currency to continue, which means you can't really get better at songs because you can't practice them, and it's just a way to make you spend more money, which is unfortunate, because I was just trying to casually have fun playing a free rhythm game, and I just can't, because if I mess up at all anymore, I just stop. So fuck off, BeatStars. Very quick one, Rock Band 4. Bought it because I wanted to be able to play a game with my friends when they came for my birthday. And sadly, my instruments didn't work anymore, so I couldn't play it. So I played half a song multiple times, and it didn't work. So, unfortunate. Not in the running. AI. The Somnium Files. Spike Chunsoft, and very specifically the creator of the Zero Escape series. This game is fantastic. This is a 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10 game. The writing is incredible. It is so funny. It is a very emotional roller coaster. There has never been a time where I have been so heartbroken and depressed about what was going on in a story to then get to the ending and can't stop smiling. Kaname Date is such a funny protagonist. Aiba plays off him so well. It is such a good game. If you just need to play it, you just need to play it. You just do. Incredible murder mystery puzzle game that'll leave you guessing and wondering what's going to happen next. The only downside is I wish Kaname Date was as cool as this picture makes him look. He is a dork. And I love him. I love all the characters in this game. Almost all the characters in this game. Divinity Original Sin 2. Been playing this game once a month-ish with Hex and Radish, and I'm really enjoying it. It's given me the chance to kind of be a D&D player, since I'm mostly a D&D DM. So it's been really good. We haven't gotten very far. We haven't done much, so it's not in the running. But it's a lot of fun, and the world itself is pretty rich. My one downside of it, though, is that there's too much to do, and because you can all split off from each other, you can all you can really miss things that are happening, which is unfortunate. Cult of the Lamb. Oh man, what a fun time this was. I kind of did everything I wanted in this game, which is interesting because I don't really get to do that a lot. Being able to build your own cult and kind of do with it what you want is really neat and fun. The story is pretty expected. There's nothing in here that's going to really surprise you. There's things I missed though. Like there was some side quest stuff that I don't even know how to start them. But the progression through it is really nice. Roguelikes are hit or miss with me. This one was a really big hit. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it. I really wanted to keep my cult members happy, which isn't maybe how many cults work. But you know, it is what it is. It's the way I want to run my cult. Incredible game. Night in the Woods. This game is interesting because it presents itself in a way that it isn't. I think you're going to get into a bit of a murder mystery, supernatural mystery, and there's a little bit of that, but it's mostly a coming of age story in a way. And the writing in it is fantastic. The characters feel very real. May, Greg, Bea, all of them are just fantastic. No, I didn't really dislike any of the characters in it, and it's really sad in a way, parts of it. Felt very real, which is interesting for a game about giant animals. I think it is a must play. It's less of a game and more of a story. There's not really that much gaming in this aspect aside from their own little beat 'em up kind of game within it. But it's a good story. It was worth the wait to play. AI, the Somnium Files, Nirvana Initiative. Building off of the previous game, this one is even better in a lot of ways. Maybe some ways it's not quite as good, but it is even better. And as much as I can't talk about the plot of AI, the Somnium Files, I really cannot talk about the plot of Nirvana Initiative because, oh my god, everything I want to talk about is a spoiler. Everything's a spoiler. Everything on this fucking page is a spoiler. It's not everything on this page is a spoiler, but there's some spoilers on here. And I know Radish, who is finishing AI hopefully tomorrow on Friday, has said he's gonna wait before getting into this one, and man, is that gonna be a mistake. He should not do that. He should get right into it right away because, oh my gosh, Nirvana Initiative is fantastic. It had me guessing constantly what the heck was going on. I love this. I can tell you right now, man, I love the plot. I love the plot twists, the turns, the ups, the downs. I can't really say much more other than that. The Somniums in this are a lot better. They're a lot more straightforward, but they're a lot better and they feel less dreamlike, but make more sense for a game. So you kind of lose the dreaminess aspect, but make it a lot less confusing, which is really good. The new main characters, obviously Mizuki with Aiba, and you also have the secondary main character of Ryuji with Tama. And I love all of them. They're a lot of fun. After I beat the game, I thought about playing it immediately again. Let Them Eat Cake. Now you might think there might be a little bit of nepotism or favorites here, because Let Them Eat Cake is a game made by Ali, who's in my D&D game City of Dreams, and the art was done by Mel, who is the artist for this channel as well as for our D&D games. A really nice, simple, text-based story about trying to make a cake for nothing nefarious at all. Nothing creepy going on in this game. It's a lot of fun. It was so much fun to play. It was made for a little contest, and it's really good. I don't know if you can really play it anymore, but it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. It brought me back to the old point-and-click style story-based games of like Newgrounds and stuff from way back when. Oh, see, Matt, you just messaged me that, and I absolutely love that so much. The fact that like a lot of it was kind of hinted at in the first, like some of it was hinted at in the first game, or at the very least they build upon it into the second game. It's so good. And the second part you mentioned there, there's so much meaning to that, which kind of comes from the way the Zero Escape series is portrayed, that it's just like, it's perfect for me. But Let Them Eat Cake, incredible story, a little sad, a lot of fun. I kind of wish I'd played it a little longer. Okay. Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Here's my major gripe with this game. You don't go to Blue Moon Canyon. There is no point in this game where you are headed towards Blue Moon Canyon. Why is it called that? It's not the first time a Nancy Drew game has done that. And it's probably not going to be the last. This one was fun. The audio mixing on this was really bad. The puzzles in it were really good. A little on the shorter side for a Nancy Drew game, but that's fine. The mystery was great. The story was great. There's a little bit of a supernatural element to this one that wasn't really explained ever. If you want a fun puzzle game, this one has a lot of puzzles in it. Some of them are easy. Some of them are like stupidly hard. But the real Blue Moon Canyon was the friends we made along the way. This is also the one where I made the joke. And remember, I've only played 11 out of 33 games. But Nancy Drew can literally say, if I had a nickel for every time someone tried to bury me alive in a cave, I'd have 3 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened 3 times. The main thing you gotta know about Nancy Drew games is it usually results in someone trying to murder Nancy Drew. Let me look at my list. How many don't end up that way? Happens in there. Yeah. Actually, no. That one it didn't. That one it did. That one it did. That one it did. That one it did. So, of the 11, only one hasn't resulted in someone trying to kill Nancy Drew at some point. This one's got a really long title. Love Live School Idol Festival After School Activity YY Home Meeting. I saw this was free on the PS5 store and I just downloaded it. I've always wanted to try a Love Live game. And it's a lot of fun to play. However, the free version only gives you 8 songs. And the rest are very expensive. So it is also a gacha. But it doesn't really give you the gacha elements on this version. So it's a lot of fun to play. The rhythm game aspect of it's nice, but there's only 8 songs, so I didn't play a lot of it. So it's out of the running, but it's a lot of fun. We're getting close to the end, guys. And then we got to figure out the actual list. Tales of Arise. The main thing that is dropping this game is the fact that it is only single player. All the Tales of games have been multiplayer. At least I'm pretty sure, the majority have. This one's single player, which I think really hurts the aspect of it. But the story so far has been great. The game is absolutely gorgeous, and the fighting in it is really fun. Haven't gotten to beat it yet. We're still in chapter 2, so we're not very far. So I can't make it game of the year, but it's a lot of fun. I'm excited to do more of it. Nancy Drew, Treasure in the Royal Tower. If you like stuff about Marie Antoinette, this one is for you. It is a lot of fun. It's very short. This is the shortest time I've spent in a Nancy Drew game. Only need to look up one thing. Actually, we had to look up a couple of things because we were kind of getting stuck. The main thing that Nancy Drew games do is you kind of go around, you interact with absolutely everything you can on the screen, you try to find all the puzzles, and you go talk to everyone over and over again, and you phone your friends over and over again, and through that you kind of eventually figure out what you need to do and where to go. But we kind of got a little stuck on this one because we weren't triggering things properly, which kind of brought it down on my list a little bit. But it was still overall great. Where did I put this one? Yeah, this one's basically mid-tier so far. Mostly because the story is great. Not many puzzles in that one. Then we have the night that we played Mario Party. It's Mario Party. It was on the Switch. It was fun to play. It was a little laggy on the Switch, but that kind of added to the fun a bit. But it's Mario Party. I played it so much as a kid, and through a Let's Play, I can't really add it. Which includes Mario Party 2, which I still have a video I need to make out of it. Fantastic Mario Party, my favorite Mario Party. Can't be on the list. Now the game I added just last night, because I just played it. Disco Elysium. I am a sad cop. Not a sad cop, sorry. I'm a sorry cop. I'm a very sorry cop. Very, very sorry cop. Well, the writing in this so far is absolutely fantastic. I've barely gotten anywhere. I'm in love with it. I'm playing the version where you actually have voice acting in it, which really helps drive it home. I'm excited to play more of it. I was wanting to play it all day, but I have to wait for Mel. So, that is all of our games. I don't even want to, let's see how many are here. There's a lot here. We've got a bit of a ways to go, but that was all the games I've played this year. In my hand here are all the games that we need to now sort and figure out what our top 10 is. But before that, we're going to take a quick break here, let myself stretch, get another drink, and we'll sort this out. So I will be right back. Okay. Opened my door so that I could let Teddy come in. Now he's on the bed. Hi, Teddy. Now it is time for us to get into the nitty gritty. Figuring out. Let me see, how many games are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 games here. There are 22 games here, so we're going to have to drop it down by over half, but not terrible. So, first and foremost is obviously Inscryption, fantastic puzzle game with card-based action. Takes 10 cert currently because we need to figure out where things go. Next up is Pokemon Shining Pearl. I did not enjoy my time with this game at all in any way, shape, or form. By the end of it, I was happy to see it go. So it absolutely goes below Inscription. Niacin Drew and the Captive Curse. My number two. Keep that in mind. Number 2 Niacin Drew game. Incredible story, incredible puzzles. I enjoyed it a lot more than I enjoyed Pokemon. So it's going to go above that, but below Inscription. I think Inscription's a better experience overall. Niacin Drew Danger on Deception Island. This one got me very frustrated, and in fact we had to cheat to get through a puzzle in it. I don't even really recommend playing this one at all. It's very low on puzzles. If you like Marine Life, it's a good one to play. But that one I'm going to put even below Pokemon. All right. So now, Niacin Drew, Legend of the Crystal Skull. As I said, this one's puzzle. If you like puzzles, it's all here for you. If you like Gumbo, it's in here for you. If you like mazes, it's in here for you. If you like eyeballs, they're in there. James, you should give this one a try. You should buy this game and give it a try. You don't need to Let's Play or anything, just play it. It is not as good for me as Captive Curse, but it's better than Pokemon, so I'll put it here. Yeah, that definitely kind of ruined BDSP in a lot of ways. Pokemon Legends Arceus. On the exact opposite spectrum of Shining Pearl. This is what more Pokemon games should strive to be like, and it so far seems like Scarlet and Violet are on their way there. Now we get to the hard parts. Do I put this above Inscription? It is definitely better than the Niacin Drews. Is it above Inscription? If I wanted to, I could go back into Arceus right now and grind up some more things. I wouldn't mind doing that. Oh, this is hard. I think Inscription's still better. Do I think that? Yeah, I think I do. Final Fantasy 15. Whew. I had a lot of fun with this one. The story was really good. I got lost in it. The full complete package with everything made it rise above and beyond, and I was actually able to finish a Final Fantasy for the first time. It made me feel a lot of emotions. I think I enjoyed it more than Inscription. When we get to the final top 10, I can of course move things around as I need be. Dragon Age Inquisition brought me fully into the Inquisition, or the Dragon Age world in a way I haven't before, and now I'm super excited for the sequel. I was compelled to play it through the whole way this time, finally. And I would have played it even longer, but the last few missions I had were just kind of annoying. I think it is above Arceus, but below Inscription. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Oh man. My first trek back into Kirby. Good platformer. It's definitely, I don't think it's better than Final Fantasy. Is it not better than Final Fantasy? It's better than the low tier. It's got to be in here somewhere. It's not better than Inscription. I don't think it's better than Inquisition. I'm gonna go there. We Were Here Forever. We Were Here Forever is a lot of fun. I don't think it's better than Final Fantasy. I don't think it's better than Inscription. I don't think it's better than Dragon Age, or Kirby, or Pokemon. I think it is better than the Nancy Drew games, though. Kirby Age Inscription 15. Aw, yeah. The true game of the year. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now here's the fun part. We can go backwards. Is it better than Nancy Drew? Yes. Is it better than Pokemon? Yes. Is it better than Crystal Skull? Ultra Deluxe is a lot of fun, but does it beat those puzzles? There's so many good puzzles in here. I think it does. I think it beats Captive Curse 2, but I don't think it beats We Were Here Forever. So Danger on Deception Island is gone. Okay. High Entropy. Is it better than Pokemon? It's kind of tied for me, honestly. It's kind of tied for me, honestly. I think my time... I only played this for one night, though. And I was enjoying this at first. Actually, I played this for 2 nights. I think it's better than Pokemon for me, but I don't think I'd put it above Nancy Drew. New Pokemon wow, that's impressive. I'm sorry, James. I know you love it. There's a lot of good games here. Like, it's going to be interesting to see where I take this, because I might also like make some drastic changes at the end. Also, hey, I burnt myself pretty bad. I don't know if you can see all those burns. That's like a week ago that happened, and they're still here. New Pokemon Snap. It was a lot of fun. Great world. It's better than High Entropy. Better than Nancy Drew. Better than Nancy Drew. Better than Stanley Parable. Better than When We Were Here Forever. I think I enjoyed my time in We Were Here Forever more than I did with Pokemon Snap. And if my number 2, Nancy Drew, isn't even making it this far, like, wow. Behind the Frame. That was a night, and that changed my perspective on a lot of things. Like, I cried after this. I had to sit there and cry after this. I think my time in We Were Here Forever with James kind of pushes that a bit higher, and this was my Game of the Year's stuff, so I think it takes out this Nancy and moves this one down. And kind of comes in at 7th here. Spiritfarer. This is gonna push high. Is it better than Nancy Drew? Yes. Pokemon? Yes. Stanley Parable? Yes. Behind the Frame? Yes. We Were Here? Yes. Arceus? Yes. Kirby? Yes. Dragon Age? Yes. Inscription? Yes. Final Fantasy? I don't think so. To be upfront about this, you may notice like some of these games I did not stream. Every Tuesday and Sunday I play games with Mel. So like all the Nancy Drews, she loved Nancy Drew as a kid, so we're playing through all of them together. Dragon Age, Final Fantasies, like those experiences playing those games with the same way that We Were Here Forever is holding a spot so strong because of my time with it with James. That kind of makes some of these other games really high on the list as well because of that experience of playing it. So I think Final Fantasy is still first above Spiritfarer. You know what? Big upturn. Nancy Drew, better than Pokemon Snap. Spiritfarer. AI. This blows things way out of the water here. This is by far the number one on here so far. I keep coming back to this Nancy Drew. A part of me really wants a Nancy Drew on here because of how much time I spend with them. And they are really good. And I mean, Captive Curse is my number 2 Nancy Drew game. It's hard to say that this is my game of the year when I can't even talk about it. Isn't that just a kicker? Cult of the Lamb. I also feel bad that the We Were Here Forever is kind of dropping. But I don't think I'm ready to commit to be like, yes, a Nancy Drew game has to be on here, and the game I play with James has to be on here. Cult of the Lamb, better than Nancy, better than Behind the Frame, better than We Were Here. I don't think better than Arceus. I also had a lot of frame rate issues with this game. It's hard now because we're getting to a lot of the games where it's like, yes, these are all really good games. Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is the one that made me realize I needed to get to the end of a game before I could state whether or not it could be on my Game of the Year list. I think it's better than Cult of the Lamb. Is it better than Behind the Frame? Probably. Is it better than We Were Here Forever? I don't actually think so. AI Nirvana Initiative. Whew. This is a top 3 for sure. A part of me wants to put both AIs together because it's kind of a really big package deal, but I don't know if I can do that, you know? And I can't talk about why I want to put this up here. Well, we'll go one at a time. It is better than Behind the Frame. It is better than Night in the Woods. It is better than We Were Here Forever. It's better than Pokemon. It's better than Kirby. It's better than Dragon Age. It's better than Inscription. It's better than Spiritfarer. It is better than Final Fantasy. See what I mean? Like, can AI and the sequel be 1 and 2, or should it be together as 1. They are 2 separate games. One thing, there's a thing that happens in the finale of these games, and the way it is handled in the first game is better. But the puzzle aspect, the somniums, are better in the second one. I think the overall story is better in the second one. I think the mystery is a little better in the first one. The second couldn't run without the first game walking. That is true. But the second made me stay up and play it for 6 hours in a row to finish it. The characters in the second... The characters added for the second really help bring out that world. The ones that came back from the first game didn't get utilized as well. You know what? You say square head, but by the end of that game, Matt, it became too normal. I love Squarehead McGee. I can't picture him without it anymore, okay? It's not a spoiler if I show Squarehead. He's on the game box, it's fine. Just don't look him up. Just don't look him up. I need to get a picture of him where you can see his full square head, though. Look at this guy. Why is he like that? You got his cheekbones at 2 different angles. It's so funny. But I can't picture him any other way. It got normalized. I'm fine with it now. At first I was like, what the fuck is going on? But now I'm fine with it, okay? This is going to be a fight in my head for a while, so these are both like this right now, okay? And they're great. Yeah, I think Callie and Mel both made that joke too, Matt. Let them eat cake. Made by Allie, so there's some nepotism there. Yeah, and Radish has stopped at a spot where like things are starting to come together now. So I think it really means a lot. Do I think Let Them Eat Cake is better than Night in the Woods? It's made by a friend with art by my friend. It was meant for like a contest. I think it's incredible, but I don't think it's going to be on the top 10. I'm sorry, Allie. Nancy Drew, Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon. Easy to take this off. It's not even better than Captive Curse, so it's not on here. And Treasure in the Royal Tower also. So games that I would try to like see if I would still put them on the list would be Let Them Eat Cake, Behind the Frame, and Nancy Drew. Would I be willing, because 1 and 2, like it's gonna be here. Can I start playing around this a little bit? Does the ending of Night in the Woods ruin it that I'd bring one of these back? I think it does. I think I'd bring Behind the Frame back. Oh, man. You know what, Matt? I think you are correct in saying that Nirvana Initiative couldn't run without AI walking, but I think it sprinted in an incredible way. Whoop. And I think this is going to be controversial to people who have played both games. I think it will be. But I'm okay with that. Let's see. What else is here? I think unfortunately there's enough here to say Nancy Drew is not going to be on this list. Too many good experiences here, too many good stories. So far we got experience, puzzle, open world RPG, platformer, open world RPG, ARG card, story based, resource management, open world RPG, puzzle mystery. I think I would put Let Them Eat Cake as a very strong runner-up. But I think this is this. Do I want to move anything around? No, you know what? I think this is it. I think this is my Game of the Year list. I think I'm happy enough with where things are here to kind of say that, yes, this was my 2022 Game of the Year. Yeah. I think we can put it there. I think we can safely say this. So, yeah. Without any further fanfare, number 10, Behind the Frame. Number 9, We Were Here Forever. Please check out the rest of the Let's Play coming soon. Number 8, Pokemon Legends Arceus. Number 7, Kirby Forgotten Land. 6, Dragon Age Inquisition plus the DLC. 5, Inscription. 4, Spiritfarer. 3, Final Fantasy 15 plus the DLC. Number 2, AI The Somnium Files. And number 1, AI The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. We're gonna put it to that. That is my game of the year. Yeah, I don't really think there's much more to say. I was able to do what I wanted with the rest of this stream. This is it. Best game of the year was Nirvana. I'm going to do this again next year. I'll be keeping track. The very first game that's probably going to be on that list. I should note this Saturday I'm going to be playing Phasmophobia with James and Callie. I don't think that would be above any of these. Technically, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. I'm looking forward to it. That'll be New Year's Eve, but yeah, it's not gonna break this. And probably one of the first games gonna be on the list next year's Disco Elysium, which is gonna be probably pretty high. But we're not there yet, you know. So that's it for me tonight. We'll be back again on Saturday, New Year's Eve, to do some Phasmophobia. I hope to see you all there. It's going to be a lot of fun. For now, though, it's pretty early in the night. I'm going to send you guys over to Veef's IV. She's incredible. She's doing a Pokemon Nuzlocke of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, so I hope to see you there for a little bit. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you all for being here with me through this year. I hope you guys have a good rest of your year, this last few days, and I will see you all next time.